One of the big mistakes I notice people making, and I've made this mistake too, is to treat someone with a disability as if they're a toddler. I'm talking mental and physical, but I'm going to talk particularly about mental disability, as in my brother Berkeley, who has Down syndrome. Because there's a huge difference. They're not toddlers, and every person should be allowed the dignity of making some of their own choices. I found myself doing this many times, and lately I've just really focused on letting Berkeley do some of the own governing of his life. And obviously, he can't make all decisions for himself, but what I try to do is I try to give him choices. For instance, can you imagine if every day of your life someone told you what to wear and they were choosing colors that you hated, clothes that were uncomfortable? So what I try to do is I try to give Berkeley choices. I'll maybe give him a choice of 3 different shirts, and then he chooses the one that he wants to wear, and we mix it up so that he's not wearing the same shirt day after day. But Berkeley definitely has colors he likes and clothes that he enjoys wearing. Another great example was when my parents decided to paint an accent wall in his bedroom. I was convinced he would want green because green is his favorite color. But he surprised me and he asked for orange. And so they got kind of this really pretty burnt orange and painted an accent wall. It looks really nice. And guess what? Berkeley's really happy because he got to make that choice. I've been dieting, so that's brutal. And Berkeley needs to lose a little bit of weight too. It's a health thing. And so that's another tricky one to go at. But what I've tried to do is give him choices. You can have this entree or this entree, and then he can choose something he actually likes. The big thing is dessert. And often on Saturdays, it's a day that I have dinner out with my parents, and then I bring Berkeley home with me. And so it's the time my parents have got to see me. So my mom will often have a little dessert. But Berkeley is really attached to having a cookie at my house on Saturdays. So I will ask him, Berkeley, do you want dessert now, or do you want a cookie at Laura's house? You know what? He's not bothered by that at all. He almost always chooses the cookie at my house, but he feels in control. And that's what I'm talking about. Just allowing, not treating him like a toddler, not constantly telling him what to do. I hope this is helpful and maybe makes you think a little bit about your interactions with your loved one or someone that you know, and that you give them that dignity of making choices. If you haven't done so already, would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Laura Shares. You can also find me on Instagram at Laura_shares.